Do you know what it means to be born again of spirit?
Sounds like a fancy way of saying you're dead.
I don't think he means that. I don't think he's offering death.
So you're talking about like baptism? Like, once you're baptized,
No. I mean, baptism, could mark the moment at which you're born again of spirit, but what does it literally mean to be born again of spirit? Do you know?
What, like once, as soon as you die, you're born again, but not, I don't know how to explain it, but like as soon as you die, you're reborn in like a spirit that is a real person.
Well, Jesus doesn't, he says you can have eternal life. You can be born again now. You don't have to wait until death. So it's not something that you have to wait until death to achieve. That's why it's immediate. Any other guesses as to what immediate achievement of eternal life might mean? Jen, do you have a guess?
How would he know though? Like if someone said, alright, I believe, how do they know that he really believes that? Or like what if you believe it at the time and then you don't later?
I think that for the Gospel of John, Jesus just knows because he is God. Jesus is presented as way more divine in the Gospel of John. So he would just know, just like God knows everything, I think. I think the author of the Gospel of John would say God knows everything, and since Jesus is God, he would know. What is a literary seam? Ehrman talks about literary seams. What is a literary seam? It's a rough first day back from spring break. Are you guys all hungover? What's a literary seam?
Inconsistencies or discrepancies in a text reading when two different sources are spliced together, for example, in the Gospel of John.
Yeah. Lauren, did you have anything you wanted to add to that? Can you put that in your own words? Well, it might involve a contradiction. It might not. I mean, what he's talking about when he says that they're literary seams is, well, remember when we talked about how the synoptics were written, right? The synoptic authors, presumably, like the Gospel of Matthew was written by somebody taking chunks from chunks from Mark, chunks from what else? Q, right? He's taking chunks from Q, he's taking chunks from M, his own independent source, right? He's cutting and pasting. Cutting and pasting a little bit of this in there, cutting and pasting a little bit of that in there. And when you cut and paste like that, if you don't smooth over, sometimes there's evidence that you were doing cutting and pasting. Ehrman points out that there seem to be literary seams. There's evidence in the text that stuff was cut and pasted and put together.